Welcome to Life Fit with the DVD. That is me back again for another video. Today I wanted to talk about hope and how hope can get us into trouble sometimes. The first thing on my mind here when bringing this up is looking out at society and the chaos that seems to be forming everywhere right now and has been there for quite a bit of time. And what has everybody done in response to a lot of things that were unwarranted, unfair, have turned out to be wrong, have been based on false assumptions? Well, people just hoped that things would get better. And guess what? They're not. They're not. And I hope people are beginning to realize that you need to question everything. Like I had discussed in yesterday's video, that this starts with a solid foundation of needing to question everything so that we can begin to realize that things aren't what they seem, and what we are being told um, is not true, and things are heading the wrong direction, right? Um, so I'm talking about this from an external perspective, but looking at these things starts with getting real with yourself and being critical of your own thought process and realizing that hope is not always going to resolve your problems. Um, One of the things with how I am, and I might as well bring this up now, but one of the most beneficial tools that I have used in my life to help me navigate my life and be life fit is human design. And I can get into that in another video. However, one of the things in my human design is transference. My transference is hope. And this is a process of hoping things will resolve themselves when really the answer for me, my motivation, is guilt. Now, the whole definition of guilt is another thing, but really what it means is to fix things. And I think overall, so despite me talking about, human design in this way, I think we all have different ways of solving our problems, the things that we should avoid and the things that we need to do and be motivated by to be successful in our lives. However, for me, and I think looking collectively out at everything else, hope has been a really bad response to resolving our problems. So what do we need to move towards? We need to move towards fixing them. That nobody else is going to be able to fix the problems that we have. We are responsible, and we need to be accountable to ourselves and the people that we care about of how are we going to resolve them, right? And there's obviously infinite ways to resolve them, but we need to look at the problem, right? We need to look at it, we need to categorize it, we need to get down to the bottom of what is the root, what is causing this. And although it might seem like, oh, it's hopeless, right? That there's nothing you can do, there's always something that you can do, right? Maybe not externally, but in your mind, right? You can take little steps to do things in your own life that disconnects you from heading the wrong way, right? And these can be the smallest of steps. I mean, habits, attitudes, behaviors, connecting with people that are, like-minded and that see the way that, you might be afraid to kind of look at, but, maybe they understand it, right? But it's important to be critical of them too, right? And question, have they thought through the consequences, the implications of, this systemic, like, I want to say failure, but this systemic lie that we find ourselves in this reality. And this is a big thing that I focus on. I am super critical in thinking about, where all of this is going, how things are shaking out, and what I can do on an individual level so that I'm not just hoping for some savior to come in and, resolve everything, right? I mean, praying to God is obviously a big part of it. However, we need to be responsible and we need to take action for ourselves in our own lives, because isn't that what God would want anyway, right? Think about it. So ultimately, I'm trying to present this as a idea of empowerment, right? To be responsible and accountable in your own life, to fix things in a way that is gonna be sustainable. Like I always talk about here, that you're building a solid foundation on truth for yourself, and that is real in nature in the real world as well. So I hope this idea of moving from hope to accountability, responsibility, fixing things, and investigating the whole transference, motivation, connection, and human design as well is a big part that I would absolutely suggest to look into. If you would like my help doing that, I would love to help you establish a better foundation for your own life, to just discuss where you're at. Maybe you want help with some of this stuff. I don't know, but yeah, I'd love to talk about it. But if you like this, I mean, please like and subscribe. That would mean a lot to me. But otherwise, yeah, just focus on what is the truth, what feels right, right? Trust your intuition. Are you hoping for something to happen that just hasn't happened yet? Or is there something that you need to do in the process to just position yourself one step further in the direction that you want to go? So, once again, hope that helps. Talk to you later.